The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Soak it then in such trains of thought as, for example, where life can be lived, so can a good life. Marcus Aurelius, welcome to Stoic Mind, where we delve into the wisdom of ancient philosophy to sharpen the modern mind. Today, we're about to explore something that may seem elusive at first, yet it touches every single one of us, especially those who believe in mastering their emotions. Think about it. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's actions say one thing, but their words or silence say another? Where you feel the pull of attraction, yet there is hesitation, restraint, even mystery. This is the delicate dance between what's felt and what's hidden. Now, let's be real for a moment. Most of us want certainty, clarity, but in the complex world of attraction, the signals are often veiled. Today, I'll be guiding you through 12 unmistakable signs a woman likes you but is trying not to show it. And more importantly, how a true Stoic should respond to these signals. This isn't about manipulation or mind games. This is about self-mastery. It's about reading the unspoken and responding with wisdom, control, and grace. The Stoic way. But don't mistake this for a simple dating advice video. What we're about to discuss is much deeper, how you can cultivate self-discipline and poise when confronted with uncertainty. By the end of this video, you will see how Stoicism equips us to not only read the signs, but also master ourselves in the face of emotional turbulence. Stick with me till the end, because this isn't just about understanding attraction. This is about understanding yourself. 1. The glance that lingers but quickly turns away. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." The eyes, often called the windows to the soul, can reveal much, especially when someone is trying to conceal their feelings. But the Stoic does not jump to conclusions based on fleeting signals. Illustration: you're in a social setting. Amid the conversations, laughter, and background noise, you sense that she glances at you just a moment too long. It's a brief interaction, but enough to raise questions. Yet just as quickly, she turns her attention away as if nothing happened. What this could mean: that lingering glance is a sign of attraction mixed with hesitation. It's the silent acknowledgement of interest that she may not be ready to voice. She might be unsure, cautious, or simply trying to maintain her composure. Why does she hide it? In many cases, societal pressures or personal insecurities can make her wary of showing too much too soon. She might fear rejection or worry about how she'll be perceived, or perhaps she's simply testing the waters, unsure if you've noticed her interest. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius advises us to understand that what we see is only one side of the truth. Attraction can be multi-layered, filled with uncertainty and emotions. But as Stoics, we are called to remain grounded, not swayed by momentary impressions. A fleeting glance should not be overanalyzed, but seen as part of the broader tapestry of human interaction. Stoic strategies. Patience is key. Don't rush to conclusions or actions. Let time and further interactions reveal the full picture. Observe without attachment. Notice the glance, but don't let it dictate your emotions. She may be interested or she may be cautious, but that's not your concern as a Stoic. Engage meaningfully. Instead of interpreting every glance, focus on engaging in genuine, meaningful conversations that allow trust and clarity to develop over time. 2. The nervous energy in her presence. Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the view we take of them." Nervousness can manifest in many ways, especially when someone tries to suppress their emotions. This is one of the clearest indicators of hidden attraction. But as a Stoic, we must not let this energy affect our peace of mind. Illustration: you're sitting next to her in a meeting or at a gathering. She fidgets with her hands, taps her foot under the table, or plays with her hair more than usual. There's an undeniable sense of restlessness in her presence, but she keeps her words and expressions carefully measured. What this could mean: this nervousness often reveals a conflict. She feels something for you, but is unsure whether to show it. Her body language betrays her attempts to remain composed. Why does she hide it? Nervous energy can come from a fear of vulnerability. She may be trying to keep her emotions in check, afraid of seeming too eager or losing control control of the situation. Stoic insight. Epictetus reminds us that it's not her actions that should disturb us, but our reaction to them. Her nervous energy is her internal struggle, not yours. As Stoics, we observe without letting the restlessness of others disturb our own peace. Stoic strategies. Lead with calmness. When faced with someone's nervous energy, it is your job to remain composed. This will create a more comfortable environment for her to relax. Do not push. If she's fidgeting or anxious, give her the space to settle into the interaction. The Stoic values patience, and over time, she may feel safe enough to let her guard down. Respond with wisdom. Ask thoughtful, calming questions, but avoid making her feel like she's under pressure to perform or express her feelings. 3. The compliments that carry weight. Seneca once remarked, "One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood." Compliments, especially those that focus on virtues and character, are often more than just flattery. They are windows into someone's deeper admiration. But as a Stoic, we must be cautious not to let compliments affect our sense of self. Illustration: she tells you, "I really admire how you handle difficult situations," or "You always seem so grounded." These are not surface-level compliments about appearance, but reflections on your character and virtues. What this could mean: when a woman compliments your character, especially virtues that align with Stoic values like resilience, calmness, or wisdom, she's expressing her admiration for who you are at a deeper level. This is often a subtle way of showing attraction without openly declaring it. Why does she hide it? Complimenting someone's character is a safe way to express admiration without diving into emotional waters. It allows her to praise you while keeping her feelings guarded. Stoic insight. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that understanding and being understood are key components of deep relationships. Compliments can be signals of admiration, but they should not be the basis of your self-worth. As a Stoic, you should take them with humility, recognizing that they reflect her perspective, not an absolute truth about you. Stoic strategies. Receive with humility. Acknowledge her compliment, but do not let it inflate your ego. True Stoics understand that virtues are something to continually work on, not something to boast about. Reflect on your virtues. Use her compliment as an opportunity to reflect on whether you're truly living up to the virtues she's praising. This can serve as a moment of self-examination. Don't let compliments dictate action. Compliments, though flattering, should not push you to act impulsively or change your behavior to seek more of them. Stay true to your values. 4. The subtle shift in conversation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Conversation is a window into someone's mind, and when a woman is interested in you but trying not to show it, she will often steer the conversation toward deeper, more personal topics. Illustration: what starts as a casual conversation about a shared hobby suddenly shifts. She begins asking about your life philosophies, your childhood, or your long-term goals. She's no longer satisfied with surface-level talk. She wants to know the real you. What this could mean: when someone shows interest in your inner world, it's often a sign that they are emotionally invested. She may be using conversation to explore whether there is a deeper connection between you, even if she's not ready to admit her feelings. Why does she hide it? Diving into deep conversation allows her to connect with you on a more intimate level without directly stating her attraction. It's a way to feel closer while still maintaining emotional control. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the quality of our thoughts shapes our life. Deep conversation should be embraced, not because it validates us, but because it helps us grow. As a Stoic, you should be willing to engage in meaningful discussions without needing them to confirm someone's feelings for you. Stoic strategies. Engage authentically. When the conversation shifts to deeper topics, be open and authentic. However, do not reveal more than you are comfortable with just to please her. Stay true to your values. Guide with wisdom. As the conversation deepens, share Stoic principles or life philosophies that align with your beliefs. This will help build a connection based on mutual understanding rather than emotional neediness. Do not seek validation. While it can be flattering when someone is interested in your inner world, Do not let this shift in conversation be a source of ego or validation. Focus on the quality of the interaction itself. 5. The physical proximity that speaks volumes. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In the context of attraction, physical proximity is often an unspoken signal of emotional closeness. When a woman repeatedly finds ways to be near you, she may be trying to suppress her feelings while still enjoying the comfort of your presence. Illustration: whether at a social gathering, a group meeting, or during casual outings, she often ends up standing or sitting close to you. She's not overly obvious, but her consistent proximity is noticeable. What this could mean: this proximity signals an emotional closeness that she may not be ready to admit. By being near you, she feels a sense of connection without having to explicitly declare her feelings. Why does she hide it? Physical closeness can be less intimidating than verbalizing emotions. She may feel safer expressing her interest through proximity rather than through words. Stoic insight. As Stoics, we understand that physical closeness should not dictate our emotional state. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to rise above external circumstances, even when they might stir feelings of attraction. Physical proximity can be a powerful signal, but it is not the final truth. Stoic strategies. Maintain composure. When you notice her closeness, resist the urge to act impulsively. A true Stoic remains composed in the face of any external stimulus. Respect her boundaries. While proximity can signal attraction, it is important to maintain a respectful distance until she is ready to express her feelings openly. Let actions speak. If her physical closeness continues, allow it to naturally develop into more meaningful connections rather than rushing to make a move based on proximity alone. 6. The laughter that signals comfort. Seneca wisely noted, "Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters." Laughter is a universal sign of comfort and joy, but when it comes from someone hiding their feelings, it can be a sign of deeper attraction. Illustration: when you're around her, you notice that she laughs at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny. Her laughter is not forced, but there's a sense of warmth and comfort in her reaction. What this could mean: laughter is a way to express emotional connection without crossing into romantic territory. It's her way of showing that she enjoys your company and feels safe around you. Why does she hide it? Laughter allows her to express joy and connection without the vulnerability of admitting her feelings. It's a safe way to engage emotionally while keeping things light. Stoic insight. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that it's not the quantity of our interactions, but the quality. Laughter is a sign of comfort, but as Stoics, we must not let it cloud our judgment. Enjoy the moment, but do not seek validation through it. Stoic strategies. Appreciate the moment. When you see her smile or hear her laughter, appreciate the moment for what it is. Do not rush to interpret it or expect more. Create a comfortable environment. Rather than seeking to elicit more smiles or laughter from her, focus on creating an environment where she feels safe to be herself. This may take time, but as a Stoic, you understand that true connections are built on trust and mutual respect. Stay grounded. Her laughter should not inflate your sense of self-worth. Stay grounded in your values and recognize that emotional connection takes time and patience. 7. The effort to maintain emotional control. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." One of the clearest signs that a woman is hiding her feelings is her effort to maintain emotional control. She will go to great lengths to appear composed, even in moments of emotional intensity. Illustration: you share something personal or vulnerable, and while she listens attentively, she remains emotionally guarded. She does not let her feelings show, even though you can sense that there's more beneath the surface. What this could mean: her effort to stay composed is a sign that she is trying to protect herself from revealing too much too soon. She may care deeply, but she's not ready to let her emotions take over. Why does she hide it? She might be afraid of appearing too vulnerable, fearing that opening up too soon might lead to hurt or rejection. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true strength lies in controlling our own mind, not in manipulating the emotions of others. Her emotional restraint is something to respect, not something to break down. Stoic strategies. Mirror her emotional control. When you sense that she's maintaining emotional control, mirror that control with your own. Don't push her to open up or reveal more than she's ready to. Instead, offer her the space to feel secure in your presence. Stay calm in intense moments. If emotions rise, maintain your composure. A Stoic remains steady even when those around him are in turmoil. Respect her emotional boundaries. If she's guarding her emotions, allow her to do so. Trust is built over time, and by respecting her boundaries, you show that you are a safe person to be vulnerable with. 8. The acts of kindness that go unspoken. Continued. Seneca once said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness." Acts of kindness, especially when subtle or unspoken, can often be signs of a deeper affection. But as a Stoic, we must not allow ourselves to be swayed by gestures alone, as true intention may be more complex than it appears. Illustration. You notice small, considerate gestures from her. Maybe she brings you a cup of coffee when you're engrossed in work, or goes out of her way to offer help when you didn't ask for it. These are acts that often go unnoticed by others, but their consistency makes you wonder if there's more to them. What this could mean: kindness can be a silent declaration of affection. When a woman consistently shows thoughtfulness, it often indicates that she's trying to show how much she values you without making a direct emotional display. Why does she hide it? By focusing on actions rather than words, she keeps her feelings guarded. She might be showing her care through service or support, hoping that her actions speak louder than her words while still protecting her heart. Stoic insight. Seneca's wisdom teaches us that kindness should be given freely and received with humility, without attaching to it an expectation of something more. We must appreciate acts of kindness without allowing ourselves to develop expectations or entitlements. Stoic strategies. Acknowledge but don't overinterpret. When you receive a kind gesture, acknowledge it with gratitude, but don't read too deeply into its meaning. Kindness is valuable on its own and doesn't need to be tied to romantic intention. Respond with virtue. Reflect her kindness with your own virtuous actions. Continue to live by Stoic principles of patience, kindness, and humility, regardless of her intentions. Observe consistency. If her kindness continues over time and becomes more specific to you, it may be a sign that her feelings are growing. But as a Stoic, you let time reveal the truth rather than rushing to conclusions. 9. The deflection of compliments. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Yet, when a woman is attracted but trying not to show it, she may deflect or minimize compliments, attempting to shield herself from vulnerability. Illustration. You compliment her, perhaps on her intelligence, her work, or her kindness, and she quickly brushes it off. She might say something like, "Oh, it's nothing," or change the subject to steer attention away from herself. Her response is modest, but you can sense a subtle discomfort or avoidance. What this could mean: deflecting compliments is a common way people, especially those hiding their emotions, avoid attention on themselves. Her reaction may suggest that she's uncomfortable with the idea of being admired because it might expose her deeper feelings for you. Why does she hide it? Compliments can make her feel seen in a way that might be too vulnerable for her comfort. By deflecting, she avoids the risk of acknowledging feelings that could lead to emotional exposure. Stoic insight. As Stoics, we recognize that compliments, like criticisms, are external opinions. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that what matters most is not the praise of others, but the quality of our own thoughts and actions. Her deflection, therefore, is not a rejection of your words, but rather her way of navigating her internal emotions. Stoic strategies. Don't push. When she deflects, don't push the issue. Allow her the space to be modest or avoid attention if that's what she needs. Pressing the matter could make her feel uncomfortable. Compliment with sincerity, not expectation. Offer compliments without expecting a specific reaction. As Stoics, we express appreciation for virtues, not to receive something in return, but to celebrate what is good and just. Observe her response over time. If she consistently deflects compliments, she may be protecting herself from feelings she's not ready to confront. Give her time and let her grow more comfortable in receiving admiration. 10. The subtle jealousy that surfaces. Epictetus once said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." However, when a woman tries to conceal her attraction, jealousy can sometimes surface when you engage with others. This emotion can be one of the most telling signs, yet as Stoics, we must not let jealousy, either our own or others, disturb our tranquility. Illustration: you're at a social gathering, and you notice her demeanor change slightly when you talk to another woman. She might withdraw, give a curt response, or suddenly become quieter. Her usual warmth seems to cool, but she doesn't voice her feelings directly. What this could mean: jealousy often arises when someone has feelings for another but is not yet ready to admit them. While she may not express her attraction openly, her discomfort with your interactions with other women may reveal her true emotions. Why does she hide it? Jealousy can be an uncomfortable emotion to display, especially if she's trying to keep her feelings under wraps. By hiding her jealousy, she attempts to maintain emotional control and avoid vulnerability. Stoic insight. Epictetus teaches us that we should not be troubled by external events, and this includes the emotional reactions of others. Her jealousy is her own struggle, not yours. A Stoic remains calm in the face of emotional turbulence, whether it's within ourselves or in others. Stoic strategies. Respond with calmness. If you notice her jealousy, remain calm and neutral. Don't provoke or react emotionally. A Stoic does not fuel jealousy, but instead seeks to bring peace to a tense situation. Lead by example. Show her that jealousy has no place in a Stoic's life. Through your composed and steady behavior, you can demonstrate that relationships should be built on trust and understanding, not possessiveness or insecurity. Encourage open communication. If the opportunity arises, encourage open and honest communication. While it's not your job to force her to admit her feelings, creating a space where she feels safe to express herself can lead to deeper mutual understanding. 11. The attempts to stay neutral in group settings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In group settings, a woman hiding her feelings may try to blend in and remain neutral, avoiding any overt signs of favoritism or special treatment. Her goal is to conceal her emotions by appearing equally friendly to everyone. Illustration: in a group conversation, she interacts with everyone evenly. While you might have expected her to show more attention to you, she's careful to maintain neutrality, ensuring that no one, especially you, detects her feelings. What this could mean: her neutrality is a defense mechanism. By engaging with everyone in a balanced way, she avoids giving away any indication that she might care for you more than the others. Why does she hide it? Group settings can feel like a spotlight. She may fear that showing any favoritism could expose her emotions in a way she's not ready to handle. By remaining neutral, she protects herself from vulnerability and avoids the risk of gossip or judgment. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that what seems like an impediment can actually serve as a path forward. Her neutrality may appear to block your understanding of her feelings, but it also opens a door to deeper, more subtle interactions. A Stoic does not rush to seek attention or favoritism, but instead allows relationships to develop organically. Stoic strategies. Stay neutral as well. If she's keeping things balanced, follow her lead. Don't seek extra attention or recognition. A Stoic remains composed and equal in all interactions. Observe the subtleties. Even in her attempt to stay neutral, small signs may still surface. Perhaps a slightly longer glance your way, or a subtle shift in tone when addressing you. But these signs should not lead to attachment or assumption. Trust the process. In time, if her feelings are genuine, they will surface more openly. Until then, practice patience, one of the core Stoic virtues, and let her come to terms with her emotions on her own timeline. 12. The interest in your philosophies and beliefs. Seneca wisely stated, "He who is brave is free." When a woman is drawn to your thoughts, your worldview, or your beliefs, it often indicates a deeper interest than mere intellectual curiosity. If she asks about your philosophies, especially your thoughts on life, love, or relationships, she's likely trying to understand your mind on a profound level without revealing her own emotions too quickly. Illustration: you're discussing something unrelated, and she steers the conversation toward your personal beliefs. "How do you stay so calm in difficult situations?" she might ask. Or, "What do you think makes a person truly happy?" These are questions that go beyond small talk, aiming to uncover what makes you, as an individual, unique. What this could mean: by focusing on your philosophies, she's trying to connect with you on a deeper level, exploring whether your values align with hers. This intellectual connection is often a precursor to emotional attraction. Why does she hide it? Discussing beliefs and philosophies allows her to get closer to you without having to admit any romantic interest. It's a safe way to test compatibility without risking emotional exposure. Stoic insight. As Stoics, we recognize that true connection comes from shared values and philosophies. Seneca's words remind us that bravery, emotional and intellectual, is a path to freedom. If she's seeking your thoughts on life, it's a sign that she values what you stand for, but we must not let this inflate our ego. Stoic strategies. Engage with depth, but avoid ego. Share your beliefs openly, but avoid turning the conversation into a platform for self-promotion. A Stoic values wisdom, not praise. Ask about her beliefs. If she's interested in your philosophies, she may also be looking for a chance to share her own. Encourage an open dialogue, where you both learn from each other. Let the connection deepen naturally. Intellectual attraction often precedes emotional attraction. Let the conversation flow without forcing any conclusions. In time, if her feelings are genuine, they will reveal themselves. Conclusion. The Stoic approach to attraction. As Stoics, we understand that attraction, like all emotions, should not control us. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all teach us that true strength lies in controlling our minds, not the external circumstances around us. A woman who likes you but is trying not to show it may display subtle signs, but as Stoics, we do not rush to conclusions or let our emotions guide our actions. Instead, we practice patience, humility, and self-control. In relationships, just as in life, the Stoic path is one of balance. We observe without attachment, appreciate without expectation, and remain steadfast in our values. Over time, if the connection is genuine, it will reveal itself naturally, without the need for manipulation or pressure. In the end, the greatest connection we can cultivate is the one within ourselves. When we live with virtue, patience, and wisdom, the right people will come into our lives, drawn not by superficial charm, but by the depth of our character.